Hi, it's Scott Fox from ClickMillionaires.com here today with a website review. This is a special search engine optimization website review for our good friend Tony. Tony's a ClickMillionaires.com member, and he proposed this new idea, which is to review a site purely for its SEO potential. And I'm going to do what I can to pick it apart and help Tony improve his search engine optimization strategies so that he can attract more free traffic from search engines. This is a benefit of being a ClickMillionaires.com member. So Tony, this one's for you. And anybody else that's watching, well, I hope this is beneficial for you in learning how to search engine optimize your website as well. So the site we're talking about today here is this, rightlightingfixtures.co.uk. Tony lives in the UK, obviously, and he's set up an e-commerce store here to sell, well, lighting fixtures. Okay, so that's an obvious value proposition, and Tony has experience in this sort of trade, and he's looking to get online and turn this into a lucrative business for him. So we're going to talk today not so much about strategy or design as search engine optimization specifically. So here's what I've got to do to help Tony. Let's see. Well, let's start at the top. I guess the most obvious thing here is that the slogan is a little long. Now, this is more a design question, but if you can see right here, the UK is cut off, Tony. I've got this screen constrained right now to 1024 by 768, which is a fairly standard resolution. It's not the widescreen resolution, but it's a standard 4 by 3 aspect ratio, and it's cutting your slogan off. So first thing I do is maybe fix that. Now that's not an SEO point, it's a design point, but still it's a little off-putting to see, makes the site look a bit unprofessional. Now let's talk about search engine optimization. First of all, I presume that you chose lighting fixtures for a reason. I think you are more of a trade-oriented businessman as opposed to a business-to-consumer approach. I know that you're a landlord and do other property-related things yourselves, so maybe lighting fixtures is the phrase. It strikes me as an odd one. The reason I bring this up is it strikes me as an odd one to optimize for if you're talking about consumers, because as a consumer, at least in American English, I don't think I would type in lighting fixture. I would probably type in something a lot more appropriate, or not appropriate, but specific, like a chandelier or lamp or something like that. So maybe lighting fixtures is more of a trade term, and I think you've done a bit of keyword research on that, so I'll leave that alone, but I just wanted to point that out. That's not the key to search engine optimization, is to put things on your site that match what people are going to type into the search engines, so that you can deliver exactly what they're looking for. If lighting fixtures is the trade term, or maybe it's British English, that's what people are looking for, then you're spot on. If not, I might reconsider that. Okay, now let's talk about the rest of this SEO, and this is on-site SEO. Of course, a lot of search engine optimization is about the links that you have coming into your site. Here we're going to talk about the things that Tony can do on the site to make the site more correctly indexed by Google and Bing and Yahoo, and also so that it rises in the rankings for those search terms. Well, let's start at the top, Tony. Enlightening your home, rightlightingfixtures.co.uk, and then we immediately get into some menus and some other stuff. Well, what you're missing here, Tony, is any text. Search engines can only read plain text easily. And I think right at the top here, you could either put it up here above your slogan, or but not in an image. I'm talking about plain text. More likely would be here where it says new products, or perhaps in between the top bar and the top menu. You need some plain text that includes your keywords, but also offers a succinct statement of your mission and really your unique selling proposition. So I'm making this up, but something like the best, most affordable lighting fixtures for X and Y and Z, or something like that. That's got your keywords in there that also makes sense to humans, so that right away a search engine spider comes in and it hits those keywords, it recognizes the prominent positioning on the page, and it immediately gives both humans and search engines a clear indication of what the site is about. When you dive right into products and menus like this, you're missing an opportunity to clarify what your site is about from a search engine point of view, and also from a human point of view, to present your value proposition. What is this site about, and why do I care? Now, you've done a bit of that already with the title, Right Lighting. Okay, right lighting fixtures. I get it. These are the right ones, and they're lighting fixtures. That's pretty good. But you have another opportunity here, and I would put some more text on the page, just a little, a couple lines that suggest why the site matters and why it meets the needs of the person that's arriving here. Next, I would look up at the top. Now, I can't see this. You can't see this in Firefox. I'm running the latest Firefox, but let's switch over here to Internet Explorer, and you'll see that actually there is a typo. I'm going to pull this down, and you're going to want to fix this, Tony. right lighting fixtures here. Right lighting choices. See up here? Right lighting choices. In that meta tag, there's a typo, and I think you should probably fix that, okay? Because, well, lighting is not a keyword you're optimizing for, and it makes it look less professional to humans as well. Now, let's get into the heart of the SEO. The way a search engine spider works is it starts at the top and it reads through the code. Now, on this page, there isn't a lot for them to read through that's actually keyword driven. The spider hits and it comes up here, hits my account, order status, wish list, blah, 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 hits the images for this, a search box, home, about us, lighting advice, finally starts to get some keywords in here a little bit. Then you hit all these. These are really keywords over here in your categories. But as I said, you're missing the opportunity to put more keywords up in here, like some text that describes your mission that we talked about. And then also here, all this menu stuff. Can you put some more keywords in here? And does all this stuff really matter? Like, you want to give this is prime real estate right here. Does RSS indication deserve this? How about shipping and returns? Links? I mean, this is I know why you have this stuff, but I think this is really prime real estate that could be better used. Now, that's straying into strategy a bit, but I think here you want to think about search engine optimization first so that the search engine spider doesn't have to work so hard to get down here into the individual products that you're really selling, where you actually have more detailed keywords. Now, the menu titles are key. So home, fine. About us, is that really the second most important thing on the page? I don't think so. Lighting advice. Oh, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Here's some keywords. But what is advice on ingress protection? I mean, is that something anybody's going to search for? I'm a pretty educated guy, so I don't even know what that means. Maybe that's a trade term. I guess an ingress is the opposite of an exit, so this is like lighting for doorways. Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, if that's a trade term that people are searching on, great, then that's a good thing to use. But other than that, I think I'd actually think about what need are you serving, and what is the regular search engine user going to type into Google to try to find this information. Let's click over there for a second and see what's in there. What is an IP rating? Ingress protection. Okay, so maybe this is a thing. If this is truly a buzzword in your industry, fine. That's cool with me. Bathroom lighting advice. Now that's a little more precise. Energy saving. Energy saving what? How about energy saving lights or lamps? Floor lamps, modern lighting fixtures. Okay, links. Now you're going to go off and dilute your search engine ranking by immediately sending the spider over to crawl a bunch of other people's sites. I would move that to the bottom of the page. Shipping and returns. Well, that's a decent thing to do. But does it really strategically deserve this prominent placement? And I also noticed that this looks like it needs to be edited out. These are instructions from your webmaster that need to be removed. Now, really what we're talking about, though, is this. These categories, you've got a newsletter. Oh, notice here, by the way, that your left column jumps around. On the home page, the newsletter sign up is at the top. But on your interior pages, it disappears. Oh, here's down here at the bottom. And I would standardize that. It's a little off-putting, unless you have some other reason to do that. So starting here, our newsletter. Our newsletter for what? How about our lighting fixtures newsletter? Let's get that keyword in there. I like the idea of having an email up there prominently, email collector, but you're missing the opportunity to put some keywords in there. And then these, bathroom, ceiling light, categories. Categories of what? Bathroom. Bathroom what? Bathroom lights, bathroom lamps, bathroom bulbs. I mean, tell me, this is where you need to put the keywords in. Ceiling light. What kind of ceiling lights? Crystal. Crystal what? Chandeliers maybe? Decorative. Decorative what? Lamps maybe? You get the idea. All of this is opportunities for you to repeat this stuff. Search engine optimization is not the time to be minimalist. You don't want to go crazy, but you need to take every normal opportunity to repeat your keywords so that you can signal to Google and to users what the site is about. I would use every variation you can think of. Lamps, lights, bulbs, chandeliers, all that stuff should be on this page repeatedly, especially in these menu titles. Why? Because the menu titles are going to be reflected again when you click through. Let's click on chandelier. Now here you have some of the happy talk that I'd recommend something like this on the home page. A little bit of this keyword stuff should be on the home page talking about your overall value proposition. But this kind of stuff, ceiling lights, decorative lighting, wall lights, this is, a selection of wall-mounted lights and decorative lighting. This is keyword rich. Your home page is not. I would work on the home page and on these menu categories to improve them. Now let's move over here. New products. What kind of products? How about new lighting products? That's right, or new light fixtures. Let's get those words in there, and same down here a little further down below. Featured products. What kind of products? How about lighting products? You've got lots of opportunities to put in keywords here that you're missing. Then with these individual products, modern wall light fixture. Okay, you could probably sex that up a little, or 5-bulb chrome ceiling fixture. Each of these should really be something that people search on. If 5-bulb chrome ceiling fixture is a thing, then that's great. But if it's not, I would figure out what is a typical user going to be searching for when they're looking for this result. They may not know that a 5-bulb chrome ceiling fixture exists, so they may not be typing it into a search engine. What can you use as to redo your product names so that they match what people are searching for as closely as possible? I'd also do a couple more things here. I see that you have no alt tags. When I roll my mouse over these images, there should be a little pop-up that shows the name and some other keywords for each image. You should also look at the underlying images. If we look at the properties for your images, we can see what the name of this actual is. 6-bulb ceiling fixture 2776666969787 thumb.jpg. Okay, well, at least you have some things in there like 6-bulb ceiling fixture, but you want to think about that throughout the site and make even the underlying JPEG images have descriptive names as well. All of those are keys and little clues that Google uses to calculate into its algorithm to figure out how your site should rank. Then I'd look at the folder names. Let's see, let's scroll down here a little bit and we'll show you something else. When you look at these categories, clear glass. Here, I'm going to drag this up so you can see the bottom here. Here's a little trick. When you look at each of these, you'll see down here, it's going to pop up down here in a second. You can see, I'm using the latest Firefox here, but you can see that we've got like outdoor, rightlightingfixtures.co.uk/category/outdoor. How about /outdoor lights, right? Or categories. You don't even need the word categories. That makes sense to you, but it's not adding any value. What if you change that categories in your file structure to lighting fixtures or whatever your keyword is? Then it would be in every URL on your site again. I know your URL is right lighting fixtures, but you have other opportunities throughout your file structure to use those names again. Again, you don't need to go crazy. I know that restructuring something like that on an already built site is really a pain, but you asked, so here you go. That's SEO advice for you. Down at the bottom, just to wrap this up for you, Tony, I think this is a nice site overall, but I'm picking apart as best I can. This Twitter thing is kind of out of nowhere. It's nice that you're on Twitter, but it doesn't blend with the rest of the site. I think design-wise, you might want to consider putting that somewhere else. And then a couple of pet peeves of mine at the bottom. Copyright 2011. Who cares, right? Maybe it's copyright, but if you take out that 2011, you don't actually need it legally, at least not in the States. Next year, you're just going to have to change it. And if you forget, it's going to make the site look old. I'd just take it out. Right lighting fixtures. Well, that's you. Okay. The sitemap, that's good for SEO. Good job there. You don't have a privacy policy posted, which I think might be important. And then you have a link and a commercial for the company that's hosting this store for you, which is up to you, I guess. If they're giving you a discount, fine. But if not, out of here, man. Why do you want to do that and distract your customers, okay? So let's see. I think that's most of what I had. I'm looking at my notes here from looking at it earlier. That's a pretty thorough review, I guess, in just a dozen minutes or so of the search engine optimization opportunities I see for our Click Millionaires member Tony to upgrade his rightlightingfixtures.co.uk site. Lots of little niggly stuff, but most of these can certainly be fixed. And if you are wise about these things and pay attention to these small details, you can build them into the website from the start. And that will pay dividends in terms of your search engine ranking, well, basically forever. So I hope that's helpful, Tony. I'm Scott Fox from Click Millionaires. Thanks for suggesting this new SEO clinic free to clickmillionaires.com members. Thanks for suggesting it in the Click Millionaires forum lately. And I hope that this critique helps you get even more traffic and make a whole bunch more money at rightlightingfixtures.co.uk. I'll see you again real soon in the forum, Tony. Thanks, everybody, for watching.